Can you actually build your dream physique while getting insanely strong just with calisthenics? The answer is yes, but only if you do it right. And in order to do that, you need to have these three things on point. So first of all, your training, then your nutrition, and finally proper goal setting. And let's start with the most interesting one, which is going to be your training. So now we are talking about building your physique, basically building a lot of muscle mass while getting stronger in calisthenics. And if you're just starting, or if you're training for quite a lot of time but you still can't do at least 30 dips and 15 to 20 pull-ups, this is what you should be focusing on. I don't care if you want to be the best in skills, I don't care if you want to be the best in planche, front lever, handstands and so on. If you haven't reached that goal of 30 dips and 20 pull-ups, like, this is the thing that you have to focus on. Because this is going to help you build the muscle mass, build your physique, and then it's going to be way easier to transition into skills. Probably it's going to take you a few months, but once you reach that level, we need to change something. Because as you already know, if you want to build muscle and if you want to get stronger, we need progressive overload. And yes, of course, you can keep spamming dips. You can go to like, I don't know, 60, 70 dips per set, but this is like strength endurance style of training of calisthenics. And yes, it's going to be, efficient. You're still going to build muscle, but it's not going to be so efficient. So at this point, instead of increasing the volume by getting more reps in dips, in pull-ups or other exercises, we have to increase the intensity instead if we want to keep making progress in physique and also in strength. And this is where actually a lot of people are getting this wrong about calisthenics. They think that, oh, you can't build a great physique with calisthenics because you're getting to, as I said, 30 dips, 20 pull-ups, you get pretty strong, and then what? Nothing, right? But it's not how it works. Like, this is just the beginning. So once we reach that level, we need to up the intensity. So we need to start doing more intense exercises, obviously, that are going to make you perform less reps because they're going to be harder, but you can still progress pretty well. And some of these exercises are going to be like pike push-ups. Once you get a little bit stronger with them, for example, you can do 10 to 15 elevated pike push-ups. You can start doing some back to wall or chest to wall handstand push-ups, basically. And of course the same goes for the pulling exercises. Once you get a little bit better with pull-ups, you can do 20 plus pull-ups. You can start working on explosive pull-ups, muscle-ups and so on. Once you increase the volume and you get to like 15 elevated pike push-ups, then you increase the intensity again and you start doing handstand push-ups, so there are a lot of levels to that. At this point, you have been training calisthenics most likely for more than 1 year. You're pretty strong, you have built some muscle mass, you have very strong basics, and now you need to make a choice. Are you going for the skills? Because this is going to be the next way to, progressively overload in order to build more muscle mass and also get stronger. Or you can just go for weighted calisthenics. This is the other way. Because there is no really, like, we need progressive overload once again if you want to get stronger and build more muscle mass, basically build a better physique, right? So these are the two ways that you can choose. Of course, you can combine them, you can do them together, but you need to know, like, you need to expect that your progress is going to be a little bit less in both if you're going to do them both at the same time. Because if you're going to give 50% of your energy for skills and 50 for weighted calisthenics, the results are going to be a little bit less. Instead of going all in with skills or all in with weighted calisthenics. So you need to kind of make a choice here and just, see what do you want more. Do you want to control your body, do cool movements, look cool, and of course build a great physique at the same time? Or you want to focus mainly on just building your physique and going with the weighted calisthenics? By the way, if you're training the planche, I have a special gift for you, so just listen to this video, it's literally like 30 seconds. I went from tuck to full planche in less than a year, and I made such a crazy progress because I trained hard but also smart. And most people skip the second part, and this is why they are staying stuck on the same progression for months, sometimes even years. They think that just training hard and always pushing to failure every single workout is going to make them progress, but it doesn't work like that. And this is why I created my free planche guide, where I explain you the proper technique of every single progression, and planche exercise, and also you're going to get a training program that you can follow step by step. So if you wanna get the guide, once again it's completely free, just DM me the word progress on Instagram, I will leave the link in the description and I will send it to you. And so the second thing that we need to take care of if we wanna get stronger and build a better physique is of course our nutrition. Because just training hard is not enough. You can be the most hardworking person in the world, but if your diet is, not good, it's not gonna do much. So basically, shortly said, it's a pretty long topic, the nutrition topic. But shortly said, if you're fat, you need to lose weight. If you're skinny, you need to gain weight. How to do that? Well, if you wanna lose weight, you need to be in a calorie deficit. Obviously, if you wanna gain weight, you need to be in a calorie surplus. How to do that? Well, you need to track your calories, macros also. It's not so necessary as the calories, but it's also, a pretty important part. So I have a video about dieting. I'm going to leave it in the description because otherwise I can just talk like for 1 hour about dieting. But just check this video. It's super helpful. You're going to see how to eat properly based on your goals. Like, do you want to cut, basically lose weight, or you want to bulk, you want to gain weight. So in this video, you're going to see how to eat properly, how to track your calories and so on. So yeah, don't skip this part. It's super important. As I said, you can't just train hard and expect to have like crazy results. You need to train properly, but also eat properly and also rest properly, because you also need to sleep, you need enough recovery. If your lifestyle is going to be like partying every third day, don't expect to achieve good results. So you need to have all of these things checked. And the last thing that we need to take care of, the third step, is basically proper goal setting. This is a huge part of making progress because a lot of people are training without a structure. Like, they don't even know what they're trying to achieve. What is their goal? Are they training for skills? Are they training for basics? Like, they don't even know, are they trying to build a better physique? Are they trying to get better at skills? Like, they just go to the calisthenics park, they're just doing some random stuff and they expect to have results, but they don't even know what they expect, basically. And because of that, a lot of people are staying stuck for years. Like literally for 5 years on the same level, 15 pull-ups, 20 dips, and they're not improving in any area, basically. So it's very important at any stage of your journey to know what you are trying to achieve, what you're training for, because based on that you're going to build your training program, based on that you're going to build your diet, and you need a proper plan specifically for your goals, okay? Because just doing random stuff, it's not gonna work. So just think about for yourself from all of these steps that I just explained to you, like from building your basics, going to, let's call them harder basics, harder compound movements, then going to skills, to weighted calisthenics. Like, just reflect on your journey, think about where you are right now, and based on that, see where do you want to go, what you need to focus on. Do you want to focus more on your physique? Do you want to focus more on skills? Do you want to lose weight? Do you want to gain weight? So just think about all of that, create a plan, and start following that plan. And this is how you're actually going to get there. Because once again, if you're serious about that, if you're serious about calisthenics, you need to do it. Otherwise, you're just going to waste your time. And if you're on 100% sure that you're serious about calisthenics, you want to build your dream physique, you want to achieve your dream skills, but you just feel like you don't know how to create this specific plan based on your journey and based on your goals, and you feel like you need some extra help and accountability, you can apply for my one-on-one coaching. It's the first link in the description. And once again, it's only for the serious people. So if you're one of them, this is going to be a great place for you. Just fill out the application. I'm going to reach out to you and we're going to see if we're going to be a good fit for each other. And basically, that was it for the video. I hope that you learned something new. Use this knowledge, implement it, otherwise you just wasted, 15 minutes of your life if you're not going to use this information. And as always, expect redemption, train hard, and see you in the next one.